Project Icosa is rated R.
Correct.
So any kids watching, you have really good taste.
Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Time is a creature all to itself, tangling, unbothered, with any creature that it finds itself near. It's only as we associate with others, keeping them close and in good company, that time wraps around itself and the collective group, tying them together. These knots and bows each represent a different collection of shared memories, some good and some bad. Often we find the longer people spend together, the more entwined time becomes around them, and the stronger the bonds these individuals share with each other. But time isn't a creature of demand, procedure, or force. When allowed, time can create strong bonds tying one to another. But when met with the slightest resistance, these ties fall apart. Previously, on Project Icosa, our group of adventurers gathered after a night in the local first aid separated Alisane from the group. Over the course of a hearty breakfast, everyone was caught up to speed on the goings-on of the previous night, most importantly, a meeting with a strange gnome by the name of Dwarf Heifer Farm. After finishing their conversation, they set out to find the odd gnome where he said he would be, sleeping in the garbage. But not before running into the son of the local bed and bar keep, Gabriel Bannerman. In an attempt to comfort the young Gabriel, Gron handed over one of his limited bullets as a token of safety, not knowing that he held, essentially what was a small bomb. Gabriel attempted to punch a hole in the bullet and use it as a charm on a necklace. The party acted quickly to not allow Gabe to potentially spark the gunpowder inside the bullet and harm himself. Once they ensured the safety of Gabe, they proceeded to the dumpster behind Carver's Keep to find Dwarf, covered in garbage, and parading the treasures he had found on the previous night. He once again pitched his idea, now to the rest of the party, to introduce a new form of marketable entertainment through the use of pads, also known as squiggle worms. Gim explained that to successfully launch, they'd need more squiggle worms, but could obtain only them in a cave on the eastern side of the Pine Woods. After a brief fight with some wild blink dogs, our party found themselves at the mouth of a cave and settled down to rest. You left Pine Woods around 10 this morning. It is now pushing 2 p.m. You're tired and on the edge as you look deep into the mouth of this perfectly symmetrical opening in the side of the mountain. Exhaustion is on your heels. You can tell from what you see as your eyes adjust from the sun. Scrapes mark the walls, indicating this was once a natural opening, but something has expanded it to fit itself better. On the outside, some faded carved symbols can be found in a rock above the entrance. The floor outside the cave entrance is barren of grass or plant life, as it seems to have at once housed a fire pit and a campsite of sorts. The only positive that could be factored in is the cool air rising from the mouth of the cave that is lulling you into relaxation as you cool down from your long hike. And that is where we begin tonight.
What do the carvings on top of the door look like? On top of the entrance?
They are roughly carved into stone. Certain symbols that Alisane would not be able to comprehend. However, you can roll me an investigation check to suss some other stuff out.
I would like to roll an investigation to see if I can see anything on the mouth of the entrance that looks suspicious.
Sure.
Is there any chance I would understand the carvings?
Zelgadon, looking at it, these carvings are orcish, which I believe you know.
Yes, because I am a half-orc. Wow.
So, in orcish...
Question before I roll this. Does it have to be investigation, or can I do perception?
You can do whatever you like. It's up to you.
Okay.
They will give you different results. Note, investigation is to find sort of hard to find details, while perception is just to spot out things that may be hidden from view. Does that make sense? Investigation is like, I'm looking into this, and perception is, I'm trying to notice this.
Yeah. Well, I rolled a 2, so I don't notice anything. Starting off strong.
Let's get it out of the way now. We're getting it out of the way now. It's good. We're good.
My last 2 of the night. Promise.
So Zelgadon, in Orcish, above the entrance to the cavern, it is an old carving in sort of an old English. It'd be like the equivalent of reading Shakespeare's writings for us. It says, Cauldron's Cavern, safety depends on the company.
Cauldron, like a cauldron.
Correct.
Thank you.
Big bowl.
Cauldron's Cavern. Safety depends on the company.
Oh, well, we've got good company.
Yeah. Only one of us has almost died.
Just a playful punch to the shoulder arm, like, oh, come on, mate.
What?
It's fine. I lived, so it's whatever.
We're only getting stronger every day. It's just...
I do feel better today somehow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what they say is whatever doesn't kill you makes you more aware of what could kill you.
Wise
You
word.
know, I do think I have heard that before.
Yeah.
Maybe my mom said it.
Who's Cauldron?
Anybody else want to suss anything?
I'd like to look at the ground, see if there's any tracks or any markings.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. Hubba-boy! Oh, the rolls are starting out pretty nice. That's a 22.
Ooh!
Okay.
Somebody get an air horn?
Hugo, Hugo, you look around. I will edit in air horn there. No problem. Hugo, you look around. The first thing that you notice, beneath a little bit of brush that has grown up the side of this sort of rocky ledge of the mountain, you push it to the side, and drawn in what looks to be charcoal is a symbol of some sort. Not one that you are familiar with. So there's that. And then you discover one other thing. And I'm gonna use our new whisper feature to send this to you.
Okay.
And you can choose to do what you will with it. So while he's reading over that, is there anything else that you guys would like to do?
I don't think so. I mean...
Zelgadon. Yeah, you were able to read all that jibber jabber, right?
It's not jibber jabber, mate. It's just Orcish. It's
What
old.
about this? What about
It's
this one?
old, but...
Yeah, well, come here. Can you make out what this one says? And I point him to the one in charcoal.
Okay, so first off, I want to clarify what I just sent you, Hugo. You find on a loose piece of paper that is tangled in the brush that you push away. So keep that in mind. That you're able to read. That's in common. So feel free to go ahead and read that. Meanwhile, as Zelgadon looks at this this drawn charcoal, you recognize the shape. You don't know what it means, but you can identify this is Thieves' Cant, used by the Raven Guild.
Well, mate, that's Thieves' Cant. I think Raven's Guild.
I thought they could do a lot of things.
Not can't like cannot.
What? Can't. Oh, like when they say words and such. Yeah, but okay, I understand now.
It's
Thank
a
you for that
language
enlightenment.
between thieves.
Ah, okay.
One
Thank
that
you
I
for that.
believe Alisane is able to read.
Well, anyways, here's one.
Can I take it and read it?
So this is marked in charcoal on the wall of the mountain.
Okay.
The piece of paper again that
Is in
Hugo
common.
found
Yes.
is in common.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still reading it.
Yes. So, yes, Alisane, you recognize this symbol as being a symbol of danger amongst the thieves. This is what they would mark a place where you should be cautious. But a second marking sort of drawn inside, because instead of left to right or right to left, Thieves' Cant by the Ravens Guild is basically outside in, so you have to keep looking for smaller symbols. There's a smaller symbol that's treasure.
There is guarded treasure in this cavern.
Oh,
Guarded
that's what
by
this says.
who or what? Who's to say?
If I was a betting man, I'd bet it's probably protected by tunnel worms. And I just
Well,
kind of
yeah.
shoot everyone a look like, we did come here to do that.
But the inscription would suggest that this is a settlement of sorts.
Well, here, let me. I found this conveniently placed paper.
And feel free to read it.
Yes. The Cauldron Cavern is a narrow way, only identifiable by the ancient carvings left in Orc, when this land was under savage control. This tunnel system once held the greatest mining operation in all the Asker realm. Absolutely flooded with gold, but being held captive by the savages. It is said that a treasure lies hidden in the many turning, twisting cave systems that within seek out this treasure with one thing in mind: my family and their prosperity. These savages, though simple, were not without advances of their own. It is said that Proteus assisted them in hiding this treasure. A number of traps and puzzles lie ahead, and curses to follow if that's something you believe in. This fear is what keeps the leaders of the Asker realm from claiming this treasure in the name of our great land. However, I believe the men I brought with me are smart and trusting. It is said to make it to the treasure room, we must complete tasks of mind, body, speed, and soul. I believe we can manage. And this is the second entry. So there was a first somewhere. So all good. So someone is keeping a very story-like journal. I cannot wait to find more.
Is there any sort of signature on there?
No.
Are there more papers around?
Not that I could find.
I believe everybody has rolled an investigation except for Gron. So if Gron wants to roll an investigation, maybe you guys can suss something out.
I don't think I've rolled an investigation.
Oh, maybe not. Go ahead and roll one, bud. Have yourself a little roll-ski.
Could I ask if this is something that I would recognize from before?
In the before times?
That is a hard...
It's not great.
That is a hard question to answer.
Yeah, my basic question here is if
Send
there
it
is
in
any kind of...
because I think there's a bunch of stuff you're revealing that might not be revealed yet.
Right.
Or at least that you've avoided revealing.
My investigation was a 9, so I don't really think I see anything, do I?
No, I mean, you noticed that there was a fire pit here. It looks like it hasn't been used in some time. You can identify what a camp looks like, or what it would look like, but this seems to be like partially overgrown, dilapidated. It's clear people haven't been here in a while.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Yep.
Well, if we do go inside, we need to proceed with caution.
Couldn't agree more.
All right, well, if we're done here, I believe we should get our job started.
Yeah, let's go inside, I suppose. But before, can I just roll an investigation, perhaps?
If you'd like, or if what you're trying to gain is knowledge that you've come across before, perhaps a history is what you would like.
Okay. Where's my history check button?
I think it's in alphabetical order.
Should be.
History. There it is. Okay, I get a plus 1 for that, so I'll go ahead and roll. That's a 10.
I'm gonna give you advantage on history checks because of your backstory.
Gotcha. So I'll roll again.
Or no, I'll say add your proficiency bonus to it.
Proficiency, what's that?
2.
A 2? Okay. So plus 2 to both those rolls?
No,
We can just take the first one.
Okay, the first one, that'd be a 12.
Okay, a 12. So what I'll tell you is you remember there being a gold industry that seems to, in the world you live in now, seemingly not exist. At least not where it was.
I remember something, but I'm not sure what. It's been a while since I've seen anything.
Mm.
But we should go in. Maybe there's more to see.
Only one way to find out.
Stay close, everyone.
Let me be the first to go through the entrance.
Is there,
I just motioned like.
What?
anything in particular you want to do while leading?
Yeah, I would like to walk up to the entrance and scan the walls inside. Possibly make another investigation check. I don't know. At least step 1 foot through the entrance.
What are you trying to accomplish?
Set off a trap that might be at the very start
Okay,
of
so an
the cave.
investigation for you're looking for a trap.
Yes.
Okay.
5.
Okay. You take a step in the door and you hear nothing. And you're okay.
Well, I suppose we proceed slowly.
Is it
And then a
real
rock
qui-
falls. No, I'm just kidding.
Is it like a dark cave? Like there's no natural lighting or anything?
Correct.
Okay. Before we walk in there, I'm gonna light up a torch.
Attaboy.
Because I'm a puny little human boy who don't got no dark vision.
I also think I have torches.
Hey, as many torches as you want, guys.
I
I
mean,
have dark vision. 60 feet is what it says, so I'm good.
I also have dark vision, so...
Oh, I have dark vision. Never mind. I'm fine.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Sorry, bud.
Watch out for the old man. He's got bad eyes.
Aw.
It's rough out here. That's rough,
Rough out here
buddy.
in the streets.
Discreet.
That's rough, buddy.
So you guys walk in. What is your passive perception, Alisane?
Passive perception 15.
Ooh.
It's pretty
Okay, great.
good.
So, this will save you a ton of time.
Mm.
Because whomever came through here last from the Ravens Guild, and whatever their outcome of this adventure was, they were so kind as to mark the walls to find their way in and out. So,
That's so nice of them.
you will have marks on the walls, black marks, that you can follow that will help you through the path here. Now, that's not to say that they triggered all the traps,
Mhm.
but it will kind of help guide you to an extent.
Well, I will lead the group by at least a couple feet and follow these markings. These are from the Ravens Guild. People who have explored these passages before us have given us a sort of map to maneuver it, but we still need to be careful for traps.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what does this symbol mean in your thieves' cant?
And it's an arrow pointing in a direction.
This one means we should go this way.
Oh, right. Wow,
Mhm.
I love learning new things.
Fascinating, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
All right. So this is the way this cave is going to kind of work. There are going to be moments of exploration where there are things you can gather to help lead you in the right direction of what your goal is, whatever that may be. There are a couple of different things you can be doing. And then there are going to be trials that you come across, as mentioned in the first note that you discovered. There will be a moment of exploration before and after every trial. So it'll go exploration, trial, exploration, trial, exploration, trial, and so on and so forth. During moments of exploration, you can use any skill that you would like to make a check to hopefully unveil some information about what either went on here or what's going on here, depending on what your motivation is. So, there are a couple different stories to follow in this cave. I'm leaving it up to you guys. This is your first moment of exploration.
Before we go much farther, Alisane's going to pick up a sharp rock from the ground and carve ZAHG into the wall. It's our initials.
Zag.
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 It's evocative.
Well,
I love it.
Smart. They will know if we've been here, if we get looped around in all the tunnels.
Just in case, I think it would be a good idea to mark where we've been.
The Zag Pack, as they were.
Too right.
That's good. That's good shit.
Okay, so you guys begin walking as the light from the mouth of the cave fades behind you, and darkness starts to take specifically Hugo, who's now only holding his torch.
40 feet. 40 feet of light. That's it.
Since I'm leading, I will light a torch as well, just to help him see a little bit further into the path.
So that's probably like 50 feet, because she's 10 feet in front of you.
It's a lot.
Hope that helps.
It's like a whole basketball hoop.
50 feet?
We don't have time to unpack all that. We're like a 2-hour top show. Come on.
So that meme of that dude and all the question marks pop up. Sorry.
I guess we will begin to follow the first arrow that I spotted.
Okay. This doesn't count as your skill check for this round of exploration, Alisane, but go ahead and roll me an investigation for your trap sense.
Okay.
Quote-unquote trap sense. I think you get an official ability called trap sense that you don't have yet, but because you're looking for traps.
It's a 7.
A 7? Okay.
Slowly getting higher.
Hey,
Roll me a
we're getting them out of the way.
saving throw.
What?
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Whoa!
Dex save. Okay. 6.
Oh, no.
As a dart comes flying out of one of the carvings in the wall, embeds itself into the side of your neck.
Oh.
Ah!
You take 4 points of damage. It rolled max on 1d4. Fuck.
Cool.
Ooh. Oh.
I'll pull it out.
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
You alright?
Found a
No.
trap.
What lies in front of you are a number of pressure plates.
Don't anyone go any further. We're just going to have to test them.
It's a 5x5 grid, and you are currently standing on the first middle.
Okay.
Who's got paper and pencil? Someone does.
I can sketch it.
No, I've got it in my mind's eye. It's 25 squares total. 5x5.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm on the first row, in the middle, and that was a chunky. I mean a dart. Can I say that I still have the rock in my hand?
Yeah. You never
Great.
put it down.
I didn't. I still got that rock. I'm gonna toss it one diagonally to the left. So if I'm This is for our visual watchers. If I'm here, this one.
Okay. You toss the rock, and it hits the pressure plate, and it kind of...
Another dart.
hits the other side of the wall.
Okay.
You guys ever
Oh.
played Battleship?
Yeah.
Anyone else got any projectiles they wouldn't mind tossing? Because I don't really want to take another hit to my neck. That didn't feel good.
Is there any rocks around that I could perhaps grab and put on the pressure plate, or what?
Roll
It's a
me
cave, right?
Investigation, my man.
Okay, I'll investigate.
Can I reach
Golly.
out and pick up the rock I already threw?
Yeah, Surely.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not too far out. If you throw it more than 2 spaces away, there will be a check to get it.
That's fair.
I got
that makes
a
sense.
16.
Okay, yeah, you find the best rocks. It was a low check.
I've
You
got a
find some
very good
choice
rock.
rocks.
And I'm going to place it on that third row because surely they can't fire another arrow out of the second row, right?
So you're gonna toss it to the 3rd row?
The third row. I'm going to try
Third
and lean
row,
over.
how many in?
Let's go with the one that's right directly in front of the one that you just placed the rock on.
Okay.
Do you have any bonuses to athletics?
Bonuses to athletics. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun.
Like, are you proficient in athletics is what I'm asking?
Is the
Um,
box next to athletics checked?
Sorry, I don't know where the athletics box is.
4th down from the top in the skills.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a +3.
But are you proficient in athletics?
It's the
Yeah,
little
there's a
dot.
little button there. Yeah.
Okay, so roll me a dexterity check and add your proficiency bonus to it.
Okay. I don't know what the proficiency bonus is, but I just rolled a 9.
It's a plus.
I think you said it was a 3.
It's a 2.
plus
Oh,
two.
+2. Yeah. So that's what? 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not too far out. I'll say if you got better than a 10, that's gonna be a success. So, and you're throwing it to the 3rd row now. Which one over?
The one in front of the one that I already threw. So
Yeah. So it's the second one over
this square.
from the left.
Dart.
Okay.
What if they all shoot darts? I suppose if we clear a path, then we'll be able to just
That's
hit
what I'm
those
thinking.
pressure plates to get across. So I'm going to toss my rock to the space in front of that one.
Okay.
Dart.
Making progress.
4 for
Then
4.
can I walk up to that pressure plate?
It's not a question. It's an action. So you say I am.
Stop making that sound. I'll kill you.
I've
I'm
been
sorry.
listening to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, and I need it to not be a question. It needs to be in the form of a statement.
Hearsay.
Okay.
The opposite of Jeopardy rules. Got it.
Let's try and walk through this this path that we've carved.
I will take a step onto the next pressure plate.
Dexterity saving throw.
Onto the plate that we already set off?
What a load of malarkey.
At what like level are they consistently all coming around, like neck level?
Correct.
8.
Okay.
Given
You take 1 point of damage.
Yo, I have a brilliant idea. Watch this. And I'm gonna just start like army crawling across.
Alisane, make a dexterity saving throw.
You
Duck!
motherfucker.
You're
You
still
didn't move?
standing there.
Didn't move.
Can I duck when I hear the fucking
That's
sounds?
what the dexterity saving throw's for.
Damn.
12.
Yeah.
but it's clear Hugo isn't getting hit by the darts by army crawling.
He's army crawling, and they are
The-
just hitting.
I hit
Then
the
I'm-
deck.
Then I hit the deck and I start following suit.
I don't know why we thought so hard about that.
Speaking of, real quick, given my home village location relative to where we're at now, would I know anything about where we're at all? At least like the tunnel network, or
You can roll me an insight. Zelgadon be asking the right questions.
thank you for saying insight, because that's one of my biggest modifiers.
Well, it ain't gonna be history.
That is a 15.
Fucking excellent. That's gonna count as your skill check for this exploration.
Yes.
I hope that that's okay. So we still got
Sure.
Hugo, Gron, and Alisane all have different skills they can explore to unleash some stuff. I'm wondering if I should whisper this to you. I think I'm going to. So you guys decide
Yes.
what your actions are going to be as I type this out for him.
I'm assuming now that we're past the pressure plates with the darts, we're still. Is it like more tunnel, or does the tunnel become more of like a room?
It's more tunnel.
Thank you.
But there are things to be discovered, so.
I think I am going to just keep like, as we're stopping, I'm gonna try and like make a once over of the room, doing some sort of investigation.
Go ahead and roll that
What?
investigation.
$16.
A 16 is pretty good. Okay, this is going to be too much to type, so instead, here's what we're going to do. Everybody take your headphones off or out, except for Zelgadon. I'm going to feed him some info. If you can hear what I'm saying right now, that's bad. Can you hear what I'm saying, yes or no? Shake your head yes if you can hear me. Shake your head no if you can't.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, Chloe just shook her head no, so she can hear me. Try your best not to. Okay, here we go. So Zelgadon, you have, from your insight check, you have this rare advantage of your mom being from the Badlands and your dad being from the Asker realm.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom is a follower of Podius. Your dad is a follower of Morgaine. Your mom didn't push it as much as your dad did as to what your religious views should be, so you're probably the only one with an orcish bloodline that follows Morgaine. Everybody else from the Badlands are followers of Podius. So, with that in mind, you're not told a lot about what happened during the Great War. It's not something that people in the Badlands like to talk about. But you were told tale of treasure that basically belonged to the people of the Badlands that they could never gain entrance to because the only way to the treasure was through the Asker realm. And this feels pretty similar.
Holy shit. Okay.
This is like if you were to stumble upon Camelot. You're like, holy shit, it's real.
Right, like my people have ordained this like lost treasure of some kind promised to us.
This is Atlantis.
Yeah.
At
Holy
least that's what it seems.
shit.
Okay. Everybody
Okay,
back,
cool.
Back. Come back. Put your headphones on.
Put your headphones back on. Put your headphones back in.
Okay. Cool.
Can I hear now?
Yes, you can.
I don't know. Can you?
Oh,
Okay, now
can her? I
Hugo,
barely even know her.
with a 16 investigation,
that's-
you're gonna find another piece of paper.
Wonderful. I'm putting together a story.
Is it another diary entry?
I don't know yet.
His eyes are trying to adjust.
He's holding his torch and high and as far away as he can from this piece of paper.
I'm far-sighted too, or no? Yeah, nearsighted. Whatever the one where I can't see up close, so I gotta hold the paper up like far away too.
You're farsighted.
Yep.
Can someone help him?
I just like step over and just like gently like take the torch out of his hand and just
Thank
kind
you,
of hold it.
Lord. Entry 3. The loggers who have gathered with me are good men, many of whom want to start anew, same as I. With words of the treasure's size, we should all be decently set to accomplish that for ourselves. Maybe even give the Duke a run for his money. Considering the little time we have here, our hopes are high. We've already found some success. No treasure as of yet, but there is gold in these walls, as it were. At least a bit. It was loose and I was able to dig it out by hand. I pocketed it as insurance just in case the treasure had already been discovered. We will continue tomorrow through tonight. We hear scratching from an unidentifiable source. It sounds rather large. Signed, OSB. I'm gonna take that to mean old son of a bitch.
Old silly bastard.
Do we know anyone with an O name? That we met at the logging camp, perhaps?
No, I don't believe so. Well, I would have to imagine if someone probably didn't intentionally leave individual pages of a journal here.
Right.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
What if this is all just some sort of like interactive entertainment event where they have maybe left a cookie trail for us, and once we get to the treasure, they're just sitting down there and it's a big surprise.
Well, I should bring one of those darts and stick it in their neck because I don't like their surprise.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Not the best idea.
But anyway,
that's what it turns
Alisane
out
goes
to be.
first all the time. Alisane takes damage all the time.
Who could have done this?
The bicycle meme where he sticks
Yeah,
the riders.
Who could have done this?
I was thinking of the meme of Eric Andre where he
Yeah.
Let me in.
and he's like, how it's like goo, goo, Alisane in the chair, Alisane with the gun. How could the DM have done this?
Oh, I wasn't blaming you.
Who shot Hannibal? It was you and me.
I suppose I would like to try to stealthily proceed further into the cavern, attempting to discover the next puzzle or trap that awaits us.
Okay.
Is that a thing I can do?
Before we do that, though, can I get a closer look at these walls to see if there's any sparkly bits? Like if there may be any gold as this paper pertains.
Hugo already took his turn for this one.
Okay.
But maybe you sparked an idea for somebody else.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll bite. Can I roll for perception?
Oh, the pirate wants to go after the gold.
Oh, big
Oh,
surprise!
Telling.
Where the booty at? That's what I'm asking.
All right, yes, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Investigation.
I was gonna give you advantage, but it was technically Hugo's idea, so no advantage for you, pirate boy.
Sure, that makes sense.
R is for wrecked.
If we were to make
Investigation.
t-shirts, they would have to say Gron Heart's booty.
Oh yeah.
Somebody get to work on
That's
that.
a natural 20, but I have a -1 for investigation, so it's
A
a
natural
19.
20 is a natural 20, my man. You
It's a
find
19.
some gold in these walls.
Ooh.
You find a nice big chunk of gold.
Big chungus.
Guys, there's still gold in this mine, so whoever was working down here didn't get it all.
Wouldn't it be dangerous to try to extract it?
I don't think so. Not too dangerous. I'm not a geologist.
The one thing I know about mines is that people don't come out of them. So, maybe just be careful if you're going to go chiseling into the wall. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I'm not trying to let the ceiling collapse on top of us.
Okay, we'll get it on the way out, I'm sure.
Now that's a good idea.
Speaking of which, is there any sort of like mining infrastructure within these tunnels, like wooden archway or like constructs and archways to hold everything up?
They're made of stone.
Ooh.
It looks like it's carved intentionally out of
Okay.
the mine itself. Now that is damaged in places due to what looks to be scraping by a large creature
Okay, but it does look like intentionally carved in specific
in
areas.
specific areas
Okay.
for infrastructure reasons.
I mean, to me it seems like someone put a lot of thought into this. You should be fine.
Okay, all we gotta do is find a pickaxe, I guess.
Give it a go.
Do I see a pickaxe anywhere?
You can roll me an investigation.
Once again, okay.
Once again.
So many investigation checks.
So that's what we're doing. We're looking for stuff.
I mean, you
That
could just use a dagger probably to just kind
or
of like
firearm. I'm not gonna shoot the wall.
don't
No.
shoot the wall.
No.
That'd be a 12.
Please don't.
A 12? I don't think you find one, pal. At least not one in good enough shape to use.
Oh, damn. Well, I guess we should continue on until we find some kind of mining
Yeah,
tool.
we can always come back for it.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to go for the gold, they can. It doesn't have to be just Gron, because he found it.
Well, I don't have anything to get it. That's the problem.
Same.
I'd probably just dull my dagger even trying.
All right.
What about one of those impeccable rocks that you had?
We did have some
Maybe-
good rocks.
You want me to throw a rock at the wall?
Maybe
not.
hit the wall with a
Throw
rock.
it.
You don't have to throw it.
We should continue on.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Alisane, before we move on, in your... Ooh, this will be fun. In your fancy thieves' cant, can you put, for us to remember on the way back, that we should crawl through this trap?
That's a good idea.
If there is a symbol in Thieves' Cant, I will draw it on the wall. If not, I will just draw a little picture of someone army crawling.
Thieves' Cant's like any other alphabet. It still has symbols in it, like a $sign, a £sign, shit like that. Like that we have to identify stuff as that. What you've been seeing have been symbols, but there is like a whole like written language, so you can just write it in Thieves' Cant.
Okay. I write down, crawl here.
Alrighty. You guys move forward. So, what you see next in front of you is this sort of cavern. It's very narrow, about 15 feet wide. You guys are walking through it. And then you see what looks to be another carved archway, like they're using for supports.
Mm-hmm.
And carved in that, in Orcish, since you're able to read it, Zelgadon, says body. And then it opens up into a larger cavern in front of you.
Body.
It says body?
Yeah.
That's ominous.
Well, hold on. Let me think back. I think the next test is going to be a test of body. I think that's what it means. We just
Oh,
came
right.
from what I believe was the test of mind. See, you have to be smart to figure the trap out and learn consequences as you go.
Sounds like something out of a storybook.
Who feels the most equipped for a test of the body?
I'm
Suppose that ought to be me then.
I just took
I'm
hit
old.
points, not me.
old and my bones are
I'll-
tired. Why don't
I'll
you let the
step
young
up.
boy do it?
Gron, I agree with you 100%.
Please, your bravery is so inspiring. Let me just get right up front for us.
Beauty before age.
So you walk in under this pillar that says body. And what lies in front of you is a large room formed naturally by the cave system. There are only two doors, the one that you came through and the one that's in front of you. Separating you from your exit is a large pit that spans from one wall to the other, and it seems to drop into an unending void. The chasm is too far to jump. The only evidence of there being a way across is a few wooden beams seemingly chiseled into the stone wall, evidence that there was once a bridge there.
I call back over my shoulder. So it looks like there used to be a bridge here.
Does it look like it's broken?
That's why I said it looks like there used to be a bridge here.
How big's the gap? We can jump it.
I don't think we'll be able to jump it, Gron, but if you want to try, I would not suggest it.
Fair enough.
What's down below? What's below this?
It looks like a bottomless pit, mate. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Drop something down there.
Oh, I have just the rock here. I reach over and I drop the rock, just kind of like a baby, out of the window.
Let it be noted, this is the last use of rock in this.
Fair.
The rock will not be a returning character.
Valid.
You drop the rock, and it into the darkness below.
Do I hear anything? Like a sploosh or a thud or?
Do I?
So don't
So
fall.
it's not bottomless, but there's not a great chance of getting back up out of there if you fall in it. So let's not.
Does anyone have some thick rope?
Yeah, I've got some ropes.
Yes, I also do. I have 50 feet of it.
Well, why don't you tie some of that rope onto the end of this bow, and I'll shoot it across the chasm and we can rappel our way across.
It's at least worth a shot.
I don't have a better idea, so let's get to it. Can we weave our rope together to strengthen this?
There's going to be a point where it's too heavy to shoot the arrow.
Got it.
It's probably burgeoning on heavy enough with just the one rope.
Right.
I'm willing to let you guys try it, but yeah, I think one rope is kind of pushing it.
Okay, so one for sure. We'll just do one.
If this doesn't work, maybe we can take one of these small boulders and tie a rope around it and throw that across. Not a rock. It's a boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
I'm not sure that any of this is going to hold our weight, but we got to try something.
So since you've all entered the room, I want you guys all to roll me perception checks now that you're all in here.
Okay.
16?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
How's a 23 strike you?
Pretty good.
Ooh.
pretty good.
13.
Rolled a 12.
A 16 Alisane will get you this. If you look across the way with your dark vision, you'll see that on the other side of this pit, there's a lever.
Ah,
Gron,
I see a lever.
with a 23, you will find hidden on this side of the pit is another lever.
Okay.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Gron,
I see
Pull the
there's
lever,
a,
Kronk.
there's a lever here. I'm going to go ahead and pull it if that's okay with you guys.
make me a strength check.
Everyone be careful.
Can I help him?
You can assist him.
I would like
You
to
pulling
assist him.
together. Make me a strength check with advantage.
Okay. That's a 1 strength. And that's a 2 strength roll. Both of which are 12s.
Okay. You try to pull it, and it just won't budge. Zelgadon comes over and tries to help you, and you guys just can't get this thing to budge. You guys seem to be starting to make progress, but then it pulls itself right back up.
Then I would like to take the arrow that I was about to tie the rope onto and attempt to shoot the lever across the way.
Sure.
What would you like me to roll to
Roll
achieve
an attack
this?
with your bow.
Okay. Okay. That's a 10?
That's gonna miss.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. Alizane, this may be a bit of a couth question. Do you think that maybe we could throw you across? We'll tie a rope around your waist. Make sure it's double, triple knotted. And then maybe you could get over there and pull the lever?
You know, why not? I'll take the rope and start tying it around my waist. Reinforce it on what?
You're not allowed to get mad at me when this eventually leads to you taking damage.
I've never gotten mad at you.
No, if anyone get mad at me, it's my idea.
It's not your fault that stuff happens.
Is there a sort of way we can like both help, kind of like spring her over there? Is it like?
Yeah, you guys can do the
What
baby
if
arms.
you each put a foot or a hand underneath each of my feet and helped me jump across?
I think we'd be almost better off doing like a little heave-ho situation as you get a running jump.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was going for. Like the momentum.
Like you jump into our hands, push off as we push you.
And Gron holds the rope?
I'll hold it.
Maybe we tie it to the two of you?
Sure.
Yeah, what the hell?
So, DM,
How far across the expanse does it look to me?
I mean, if I'm just going off of what the description said, the chasm is too far to jump. So, 20 feet?
but a good tossing?
Well, it's your guys' call. Let's try it. I'll tell you what you gotta roll.
Can we continue to attempt to hit the lever from here on the other
Well,
side?
Hold on. Before we try this, I had another idea. Now, I have seen in my travels, I have seen people riding horses who use ropes, who throw it over their heads, and then use that to whip it and wrap it around cattle. And then through that, they're able to control the cattle.
It is 50 feet of rope.
And 20 feet for a little bit of rope is not too much of a toss.
Now, this is an idea I can get behind.
Why don't we try
No.
this instead? Take that loop around your waist and we can throw it over the chasm.
Well, I believe that we have to make it into a very specific kind of little knot. That way, if we pull it, it's going to cinch tighter.
And
You
they
need a
said
slip
use
knot.
rope was a stupid skill. They should have left it.
I will tie a slip knot in the rope and hand it to Hugo.
All right. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Give me that.
It's a
What?
dexterity check.
You don't know what you're doing with that. Give me it.
What? As I throw it.
Don't talk during a man's backswing.
Damn it.
Dexterity check at disadvantage.
Shit. That's
That's
a
the
one.
one.
That rope's
Oof.
gone. Hugo, let's go. Into the
I've got more rope, and I just pull the rope
shit.
out of my pack and I hand it to Alisane. Like, all right, so give me another slip knot. Let's try this again.
I'll throw it this time. Give me it.
I really don't think you should, given what you just did to Hugo here. So
Do you know how many ropes are on a boat?
Let him throw the rope.
I can't argue with that logic.
Okay. I'm going to take it and give it my best.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check. Add 2 for being proficient because you're on a boat all the time. And
Dexterity.
Because use rope isn't a skill anymore that I can make you proficient in.
Dexterity check. That's an 8 plus, you said 2?
Plus 2.
So it's a 10.
Okay, a 10. You make it across the chasm, but it just doesn't... It's a hard shot to loop something from that far away, especially something as small as a lever.
So Do I see the lever across the chasm?
Yeah, I would assume that all knowledge that has been shared is knowledge everybody has. 'cause
Great,
you guys have been
okay.
Working together.
What like position is it in? Like if this is the wall that it's on, it's like this.
It's in the up position.
Okay.
If it were in the down position, I don't think I would have let you guys throw the rope.
That
At
makes
least
way
at
more
least
sense
twice.
now that we've gotten to this point. I don't have anything.
Let me throw the rope. I want to try.
Oh, do I have the rope back? Did I do like a throw and then like
Yeah, you just
retrieve it
throw
real
right
quick?
Back in.
Okay,
And
got
that
it.
one is what made his grip too loose to hold on to it.
Totally
Right.
fair.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Here you go. Here's the rope.
I will try. Dexterity. I'm assuming I get no bonuses.
Just dexterity.
That's a 9.
It's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna finally try, but before I do that, I'm going to cast guidance on myself as a cantrip.
Okay.
So roll a dex.
Go ahead.
He's like, home. Oh no.
Is that another rope bites the dust?
No,
Okay.
no, because I got a 4 on my guidance, so that's a total of 7. So I just will pull the rope back in.
Yeah.
They made it look so easy when I saw them do it.
You guys currently have one hint, and that is that this is the trial of a body. And that's all you got.
Okay, how about all of us try the lever on this side? All of our combined strength.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, we don't really have any video options.
Each of us put one hand on it and try to turn it in the other direction.
Let's give it our best shot.
Give it a go. Who's grabbing on?
I'll grab.
Me.
I'll bite.
Are we all grabbing on?
We're all
We're all
grabbing
grabbing
on.
on.
Okay. Whoever has
Firmly
the
grasp
highest strength score, then we'll roll with advantage, and I will.
I should do that. I should do that.
What do
Do
you
it.
got?
My strength is 18.
Yes, you should.
Good.
Yeah.
So you
Go
said
ahead.
roll with advantage? Was that a yes?
Correct.
Thank you. Cool.
One more.
Better. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Wow.
And you can feel it fighting you. But as you hold it down, out of the wall, some wooden platforms complete the half-completed bridge,
Yes.
and a path is open to walk across.
Let's go. We don't know how long this is going to stay.
You let go, the wall goes away.
Great.
Hmm.
Great.
Closes again.
All right. So
Okay.
What do we do
Well-
with that?
I'm going to hold it. Well, clearly, we've got to hold this lever. Most of us have got to get across, and then someone's got to hold the other lever.
Yep.
Can one person hold it by themselves?
I think that's why it said body outside.
Well, I guess we have
And
to try.
I point back to the door.
How long does that guidance work for? That fancy little thing you did.
Just then, but I could probably do it again.
Oh, yeah, well do it again. It didn't work last time, but I'm sure it will again.
Woomph. And I cast guidance again, and I. All right, so let's all start Let's all pull the lever together like we just did, and then at least 2 or 3 of us will get across, alright?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
1, 2,
Great.
Give it the roll.
3.
The old strength Rooney check.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage, because we love it.
Rooney? She wants to see our body.
Great. That with advantage. Oh, wait, with advantage. And now I'm going to roll my guidance. Thank goodness for guidance. God, I'm so glad I took Blessed Warrior as my fighting style.
Nice.
And it's another 4. So
Woo!
with advantage and my guidance, that is a 17.
Nice.
Hmm.
And you're holding it down, and it's fighting
Gar!
against you, but you're keeping
Gar!
it down.
And I've got like both
Bridge
arms. I'm
rebuilds
like,
itself.
I'll let go and run.
Yep,
he's holding
same.
it. You guys get to the bridge. What are you doing?
Go
Crossing.
Yeah, go. Just
Okay,
go book
if
it.
all 3 of you go at once, I need a strength saving throw from Zelgadon, and it's going to be at disadvantage.
I will cross first as fast as I can and say, wait until I'm across.
Okay, still need a strength saving throw.
Is that for me too?
No, it's just for Zelgadon.
Okay.
Did you stay back to help?
Nope.
Okay.
It's, stop leaving us in suspense here, bud. I don't want to click over to roll 20.
that's a nat 1.
God damn it.
I am falling into this fucking pit.
You have a couple of options. You're not falling yet. As you remember, there are some wooden stakes that are coming out of the wall that acted as sort of supports for this bridge. You have a couple of options. So what do you want to do? The bridge is disappearing below you.
I would like to jump as far as I can to the other side.
Okay, make me an acrobatics check.
Jeez, it's intense.
Morgaine, help me. That's a 17.
You're gonna make it.
Yes!
You make the other side, you do a sick roll. Your hair
Alisane's
flips
gonna
back.
become religious after this shit.
Alright, Hugo, get back over here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Alisane, try the lever on your end at the same time.
Alright.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Give me the
Pull.
Ah! Oh my god. It's a 1.
Do I get advantage because Hugo is helping me?
Yeah.
Still? Okay, great, good. Thank God.
Because I am not helping.
And that's much better. That's a 17.
The 17 clicks down. Alisane, from your side, clicks down.
Oh crap.
That's fine though, because
The bridge is there.
Okay.
and I'm
I didn't know
me
if like both of them
me and
were.
Hugo are like behind the lever, like or like whatever, like holding it. Gron, go, go.
Okay, I'm running. I'm running right now. I'm gonna run across the bridge.
Okay, Gron's running across the bridge. I need both Alisane and Zelgadon to make strength saving throws.
Does Zelgadon get
Zelgadon's
advantage?
at
Does it help it?
advantage.
At advantage.
Yes,
Yes.
because you're getting helped by Hugo.
Shout out Hugo one time.
17.
17, great.
With advantage, that is an 18.
18.
Nice.
Great. You guys are good. He makes it across safe and sound.
I did
Nice.
it. Now I'm gonna go help out Alisane.
I was gonna say I start breathing really hard, and I look over to Gron and Alisane. I need you two to hold it together. And I look at Hugo. Go!
Well, are you sure you don't want to go? I think I can get it. Okay. All right.
Strength saving throws from both sides.
Ah! I dropped
Can I
it.
help out Alisane?
Yep.
That's
Alisane
another
rolls
18,
with
so
advantage.
17 for me.
Okay, so that's good.
Mine is 12.
12. 12 is good.
Cool.
12 is good.
We're either.
Hugo makes it across.
Oh, all right.
And
Now
then
everyone help here.
I was gonna say now, and then I just like let my lever go. I'm like,
Okay, Yeah.
As he lets his lever go, Alisane, it wasn't so difficult before to keep yours down. As he lets his go, you feel like you're getting yanked off of your feet.
Help!
You're realizing
Oh!
the weight's coming. So roll me a
Here.
strength check. To keep this
Check,
thing
not a
engaged-
save.
Sorry, no, a strength check with advantage because Hugo's helping you.
Okay.
The save is to maintain. So right now we're setting.
17 again.
17 will do it. Yep.
It's a lot of 17s. I promise it really is an 18 on the dice.
I believe you.
So the bridge is holding.
Oh, wait, you have a
Bridge is
-1
holding.
strength.
Then I'm running across.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god.
Alisane, strength saving throw.
Okay,
Just you.
I got this, y'all. I got this.
Is it at advantage?
It's a 10.
It's not at advantage.
Hmm.
And a 10
Go faster.
is not gonna do it. As you're holding it down, and then just it springs. Vroom, like you're being lifted by a ton just on the other side of whatever this mechanic is. Lifts you up, and you hear somewhere in the deep crevices of this cave something crash to the ground. As the bridge is pulled out from Zelgadon. Zelgadon, what are you gonna do?
Jump!
Yeah, I'm taking a flying leap.
Alright, roll me an acrobatics.
Or athletics?
You can give me an athletics. Either way.
Can I re-roll that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank God. Thank you so much.
Well, it's a 13. You can just add your athletics to that. Okay.
Now it's a 19.
Oh.
Literally would have been the
I
same
was gonna
thing.
think that it was still a 13, but now I get the modifier.
You jump and you go flying across to this open chasm. And you land safely on the other side. Your party laying on the ground, exhausted.
That was indeed a trial of the body.
You guys did not take a rest when you entered this cave. I will say after the trial of the body, you're all going to take a point of exhaustion.
Does that mean that all of our checks
Actually,
were made
sorry,
with
roll me-
disadvantage?
You guys get a roll against it. Roll me Constitution to see if you get exhausted.
Con saves or just
Con-
Constitution?
Constitution save.
Okay.
13?
Constitution check is an 11.
18.
7.
Hugo has 1 point of exhaustion. Everybody else is good.
Nice. Ooh. Oh.
I'd like to look around further down the tunnel, see what's coming down the pipeline, so it were.
Sure.
Investigation?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I would like to look around for more orcish.
I got a 9.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation, Zelgadon. With a 9, you don't sense anything is in front of you.
Okay.
Is that a number I see?
Is that even possible?
What'd you get, buddy, on your investigation check?
What'd you get?
I rolled a 2, and my modifier is -2.
So
So
you
I got
0.
I got a 0 on my investigation check.
Sad.
Zip, zilch, nada.
You see carvings in the wall that appear to be orcish, but they're just not making sense, and you swear you can figure it out. And you just stare at it. And that's where you're at right now.
Great.
I want to look for more journal entries, so I'm just going to do it once over this entire thing and just look through all the rubble and and whatever is on the floor.
Hugo, with a point of exhaustion, you're okay.
What?
Sorry, I was just rolling something on my end for you.
Oh. Okay.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Yep. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
With disadvantage because I'm exhausted.
Correct.
12.
12. Still pretty good. Yeah. Yes, you find an entry. Sent.
Okay. All right. Another one.
Another what? What's that now?
Another entry.
Oh.
Sorry, just give me a second to catch my breath.
Take your time, mate. It's all right.
I don't know how, but I believe the other men have found out about my harbored treasure. Perhaps I talk unknowingly in my sleep. They haven't outright confronted me about it, but it's clear by their eyes that they know. We've accomplished the challenge of strength, but while crossing the platform being held by Hector, the strongest of my companions, there was a moment our gaze met. I could see an idea I didn't care for run across his face. A stolen look here, a glance there, is all I needed to confirm my worst suspicions. I am ashamed to say perhaps letting the chain slip as I held it from the other side was not an accident that I made it out to be. I can't allow anyone to threaten my life. I need to thwart the suspicions of the others. I may send my hawk familiar, Garl, to deliver the found gold to my sweet Geist as a letter. Soon be enough for a down payment on our dream. Be one of these men plan to buy it from under us. The scratching continues and it seems to be getting closer. Signed, old son of a bitch.
So the old son of a bitch killed somebody? I mean, is that what I'm supposed to be gathering?
Seems like he
That's
played
what
it
it
off.
seems like to me.
Yep.
Damn.
That scratching could be coming from one of those giant worms that we've heard so much about.
And we're here to find an egg.
Wait, has anyone even heard any of the scratching that this mentions?
I hope we don't.
I don't think so.
Could I put my ear up to a wall to listen? See if I hear any scratching coming from it?
Sure, go ahead and roll me a perception.
At disadvantage. Because for some reason being tired makes me not being able to listen as well. That is a 19 and a 20 on the die. So that brings it to a total of a 20.
Whenever you're done doing whatever it is you're doing, Gron, Hugo, could you take a charcoal rubbing of this over here? I just looking at the carvings, it's not making any sense, but maybe on paper it might be clearer to me.
Sure thing.
So you put your ear to the wall. And at first you don't hear much, but then you start to hear the scratches. They move slowly, but almost endlessly. Not as though it's something repeatedly scratching the same place, but like it's traveling slowly around. It sometimes feels like it's close, sometimes feels like it's far. But with such a high perception check, I will also say you think you catch something from the shadows that doesn't look like a worm. But right as your eyes turn to it, it's gone.
Hey, Zelgadon, do you still have my torch?
Yeah.
Give me. And I go to the corner where it was.
You look around and you see it looks to be a small tunnel. It looks like you're able to crawl through it, but there's nothing there in the shape of a person.
No, we don't crawl into stone holes.
Yeah, that's just asking
That's
to
asking
be.
for it.
I put my torch down in it and I
Hold
get
into a
down
milk
at eye
crater.
level to look down into it.
It like curves around a couple of bends that makes it a little bit impossible to see very
damn
close, but it's a clean carving. You can tell that if the tunnel worm made these bigger things, then chances are when it was an adolescent tunnel worm, it made these smaller holes as well. And now something is using it as transport.
All of us, be on the lookout. They're hiding in the walls. I saw it. I don't know what, but it was something.
It's comforting.
Oh,
Could
by
you
the
say
way,
it a little less scary?
Yeah. There's things here. Look out.
Well, we knew
Okay.
that.
Also, the scratching that this journal entry mentions, that's still happening. So, I be doubly on the lookout.
It's probably just a mouse. That's not a very big hole.
Nope, the scratching came from the walls.
Could be a mouse in the walls. You don't know.
Your optimism is so refreshing, Gron.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout, but I don't think it's anything to lose our hats over.
So for this round of exploration, Zelgadon has looked for more carvings. Hugo has looked for more papers and such. Alisane did a bit of trap sense, but that's not your action. You can have another one. Gron is still yet to take an action if he would wish to. If not, that's okay too.
Can I just roll a general perception check? Just to kind of see what's around me?
Take stop.
Is that a yes?
Yeah.
Sorry. You lagged a little bit. Dum. Damn it. It's a 9.
Not seeing much. You can see your party's around you. You're trying to kind of gauge where they're at. You really can't tell. Close books.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have anything. We should just proceed further into the tunnel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys continue into the tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Someone had to.
Mhm.
So as you approach this next large pillar at the end of one of these tunnels, following the marks that the last group of thieves who came through here left, you are presented with more carvings. This time, the top of this archway, where there were carvings in Orcish before, has been completely destroyed and lays in pieces on the ground.
Big pieces or like dust and rubble and
Big and small. It broken.
does it look like there are pieces big enough that look like it looks like maybe Orcish words that I could reassemble?
You would have to sit and put pieces together. It would take
Then
a little
instead, I'm just gonna ask Hugo if I can see that charcoal rubbing he took of the last carvings that I just could not read on the wall, but maybe can on paper.
Sure.
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks, Mike.
So you take a look at the paper, and now that it's written on paper, it's clear as day. These are just scratches. It wasn't anything.
Is it helpful?
Super.
Is there anything besides rubble?
Roll me an investigation.
Will do.
Wait a minute.
16.
There is more thieves' cant.
Okay. Can I deduce what it says from here?
This time in thieves' cant, it says mind.
This is the trial of the mind. Then why is it so destroyed? What happened here?
Oh, so that first entry lied to us. Ed thought it was giving us the order.
Yeah, that's not terribly comforting.
Maybe
I would think that this would be the trial of speed.
because it's destroyed, we won't have to do it.
That's optimistic.
I know.
Do we see like a pathway to move towards?
It's another large opening, and in the center of it sits a stone pallet that seems to have carving on it.
Well, I'm gonna walk up to that and try and read it.
Don't step on it. It's likely that it's trapped.
So there's a single skylight, which at this point is shining moonlight into this this large opening in the cave. The moonlight is shining directly onto this carved piece of stone, and on it is a language that you cannot comprehend, but you can now recognize as Orcish from your many experiences with it.
Zelgadon, come here.
And I walk over.
I believe this is the language of your people.
And I look at it.
And you're able to read it.
Great. And it says,
And I will whisper that to you.
yeah. Look at that. It's not scratches on the wall that I embarrass myself trying to read.
You rolled a 0.
It was a perfect storm of embarrassment.
I mean, when you roll a 0, you kind of have to expect a little egg on your face.
I mean, if it helped, I traced it all out in charcoal, and it all looked the same to me.
it's all Orcish to me.
Please read it out loud, and don't suss it out before you say it aloud.
As shadows rush and the walls close in, with these words the challenge begins.
And darkness starts oozing out of the walls around the chamber.
No light will break this endless night, and black becomes all that's in sight. But listen now and stay connected, for those who feel are unaffected.
Those who feel are unaffected.
Like people who have dark vision?
I think maybe it's a little bit more literal, mate.
I'm setting a timer for 10 seconds, and at the 10-second mark, darkness will be overtaking you guys.
Everybody grab hands.
Yes. Oh. No.
What about the torch?
I'm holding it. I picked it up from the ground.
As you grab each other's hands, the darkness just dissipates. And the door in front of you appears.
Oh. What? That's...
Nobody let go. Let's get through the door.
Do we just form like a train?
Nervously, hands together toward the door. Like those little like trains of kids that go to museums.
Yeah.
Where'd I go?
See, 1 minute you look stupid, and the next minute you're the smartest guy in the room. D&D is a game of balance.
Well, I was like, it was as I was reading it aloud, I said, he was like, feel, everybody hold hands. Well, because I was like, even if we're all completely in darkness, we'll at least still be able to know where the other is.
Yeah, that was
But
smart.
listen now and stay connected for those who feel are unaffected.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see, but that's the thing is, I didn't think the darkness would dissipate.
Immediately.
He's
You guys make it out.
he's clever. He's not smart.
For a second there, I was having flashes of Toy Story 3 when they're all in the furnace holding hands together.
No, my wisdom is 16, so like I feel like it makes sense that I knew that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Zelgadon is like the opposite of Hugo. Hugo's book smart, not very street smart.
smarts, street smarts.
Okay. So, you guys have now entered your third round of exploration.
I would like to look around for more Orcish.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and
More
roll
like
me an
orky dorky.
What would you like me to roll?
Please edit that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's wild when I know which jokes are going to get cut for time as they're being told. This is for sure one of them. So let's take it from the top.
F in the chat.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Please, for the love of God.
Not a 0. Not a 0.
Yeah, well, it's really not much better. That's a 4.
Okay, you don't find anything.
I didn't think I did. Thank you.
I am going to do what I've been doing this whole time and keep looking for journal entries.
All right, roll me an investigation.
Cool. 2 10s. 14.
A 14 will do.
So I am still tired. All right. Entry 7. 7. Somehow we missed entries 5 and 6. Okay, here we go. Finally, the truth comes to light. At some point, Asriel had lost the map and worried we would abandon the plan has been reading instead. What? Had lost the map and worried we would abandon the map. Has been reading instead from a plain book of smithing.
Is this because you're exhausted or because you can't read?
I think I'm literally reading it, and that's how it's written down.
Okay, it says, finally the truth comes to light. At some point, Asriel had lost the map and, worried we would abandon the plan, has been reading instead from a plain book of smithing.
Okay. What's left now other than to turn back and give the treasure up? But no, says I. The gold I sent will be enough to obtain my sweet dream, but not pay it off entirely. The treasure must be found for our future to be secured. I will continue on with Asriel, even if I am the only one, and that seems to be the case, as Oliver makes his exit out of the cave. The fool will never make it through the challenge of the body alone. As for Asriel and I, we continue on to the challenge of speed. We are both nimble creatures. It should be no problem. Signed, our favorite, old son of a bitch.
Seems
So-
like this first group really had a lot of trouble.
Well, apparently they had a map and everything. I wonder where that may be.
You're telling me they still got lost with the map?
Apparently
They at
so.
least made it to the trial of speed.
There's only one way from here, and that's forward, so we'll have to see what it is.
Sounds good to me. Let's continue.
Moving right along.
Moving on up.
All right, we still have Alisane and Gron to make different checks.
I would like to make an investigation check for traps.
Go ahead.
4.
The trap.
This is the trial of speed that we're about to come up on, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably going to make a check for traps as well.
Go ahead.
Is that a perception?
I did investigation.
It's investigate.
Investigation. Okay, I'll do the same. It's a 17.
Okay.
You don't find any traps, but you do find another piece of paper.
Oh,
Is it a map?
look at this, everyone. I got a piece of paper.
What's
Is
it
it
say?
the map? Is it the map? Is it the map? Is it the map?
Is this at least in a language I can read?
Yes, it's in common.
Oh, boy.
Helpful.
Okay, entry 5. so we're getting close to the full set here. I sent my hawk with a letter and the little bit of gold that I found in the walls yesterday. I trust he will be able to navigate his way out of the cavern on his own, or at least I hope so. Fighting has begun today, and as it seems, we have all found something to hide. Is the work of Podius attempting to convey his anger against our digging up the past? You'd think us all finding our own gold should be something to celebrate. Today, during the trial of the mind, we couldn't come to a consensus. Had it not been for our physical altercation, we may have never discovered that simply being connected physically would clear our path. The gold seems to be deliberately missing with our minds. Since being separated from the mind, I have felt more compassionate again. Yet for the others, it would seem size and shine are reasons to elevate your status among our small group. Had they seen my raw beauty before I sent it away, you'd surely all turn ravenous. For now, I feign ignorance as though I never had a small chunk at all, and look forward to my glorious return to the new life waiting for me. As for the scratching, it would seem to avoid tunnels the sound comes from seems to rest whatever creature is producing the noise. Worry not, beast, we don't quarrel with you. If my time with animals in the woods has taught me anything, the last thing you want to disturb is a creature nesting. Signed, OSB.
Pretty good.
That is good advice that we are going to have to ignore.
Unfortunately.
Because we came here for that egg.
Okay, let's continue on then.
You all continue on down the path.
He's on down the road.
And what you find, we will figure out next time.
Hey-oo.
Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Project Icosa. As always, I'm your DM, Alex.
I'm Chloe, and I'm playing Alisane.
Dan, as Zelgadon, signing off for this episode.
I'm Michael, and I'm playing Hugo.
And I'm Nick, playing Gron.
And we will see you all in due time. Goodbye!
Due time!
Hey, DM Alex here. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed what you listened to and you want to continue to follow our adventures, there are a couple different ways that you can stay in touch with us and keep up to date on new episodes. First off, you can follow us on our Facebook page. We are at Project Icosa. On Instagram, we are Project Icosa. And on Twitter, we are Project_Icosa. We have new episodes coming out every other week, the second and fourth Wednesday of each month. We were planning on doing it on Monday, but one of our sister podcasts posts then. So instead, we are switching over to Wednesday. We are so excited to go on this adventure with you guys. We hope that you stick around with us. Thanks.
I would like to look around for more orcish.
Okie dokie.
More like
Go ahead and roll
orky
me
dorky.
What would you like me to roll?
Please edit that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's wild when I know which jokes are going to get cut for time as they're being told. This is for sure one of them. So let's take it from the top.
F in the chat.